What's going on, people? Kimchi Chris here, today with a review of a show that I just went to. I took a little road trip to Birmingham, Alabama to see the Spend the Night with Alice Cooper tour, starring, of course, Alice Cooper. And it took place at the Alabama Theater in Birmingham, Alabama on May 2nd, 2017. And as expected, it was phenomenal. Alice Cooper is still one of the greatest, if not the greatest showman in rock and roll history. And over the years, he hasn't diluted his performance in any way, shape, or form. It was just a great night of great rock and roll music. From the beginning, I can just say, if this tour comes to your town, or if Alice Cooper ever comes to your town, don't miss him. Don't miss him. It's amazing. You'll be slapping yourself the next day. You'll be hitting yourself, kicking yourself, killing yourself because you didn't get to see the godfather of shock rock himself in person. Now, before I even got to the place, I knew this theater was a little bit smaller, and it was kind of an older, kind of run-down theater, the kind of place you would expect to see like a play or a Broadway show back in like the 1950s. It kind of looks that way, still has the same vibe. And for the Alice Cooper show, it worked really well. It was really awesome seeing him in a smaller, more intimate venue. And of course, having him, in my case, just a couple feet from me, because I was only third row back, right in the very front. And having a legend like that just in front of you for 2 hours, that alone is worth the ticket price. But the show itself was just great. And before the show even started, they were playing nothing but somewhat obscure Alice songs over the PA, which was a great way to really get the vibe and everything ready for the show. And I'm not even sure everyone in the audience knew these were all Alice songs because they were a little more on the obscure side. And even though he has a lot of hardcore fans, there were a lot of casuals there, just like any time a big classic rock artist like this plays. But that's all right. Some of them maybe got educated to some songs that they should definitely know from the catalog. And when the show started, they kind of just started out of nowhere. It had a bit of an intro announcing to the crowd that they were about to spend the night with Alice. And then, boom, there were explosions, and there was Alice and the band on stage, opening with a blistering version of the song Brutal Planet, which was such a great intro. I love that song. Very underrated album. And from there, they just went into every hit that you would expect. No More Mr. Nice Guy, Billion Dollar Babies, Poison, School's Out, you name it, they played it. And the thing that's really great about seeing Alice Cooper in 2017, and really through all the years, is even though he's really good about playing all the hits, he does sprinkle in a few obscure songs for all the hardcore fans. I mean, this time he played the song Pain. That's not something I would have expected at all, and it was great to see it. He also played The World Needs Guts, which was great to see in a live setting. A song I'm honestly not even super familiar with myself, but it's great that he played something obscure like that, and he really turned it into a kind of a showcase for his lead guitarist. And that just brings me into something else that's worth noting. His backing band that he has on this current tour and has for a couple tours had now are just amazing. They're all just top-notch, some of the best players you can see out there right now. And I don't care if you have ever thought his music was good or bad. These are some of the best players, and on top of his showmanship, the stage show, these players just really add to this being an overall amazing, huge production that you just really can't miss. And of course, with it being Alice, the theatrics were there, the stage show was there, it was amazing. He had, you know, the sword where he threw the money off of for Billion Dollar Babies. He, of course, decapitated himself, or I guess he didn't decapitate himself, his minions did, after he, you know, stabbed a woman to death on stage. And there was the Franken Alice, which is this huge, you know, 3-person tall creature that sings the end of Feed My Frankenstein, and lots of other cool little things, you know. And I mean, it's an Alice Cooper show. I don't really have to tell you too much about that. If you're unfamiliar with the man, first of all, I don't know why you're watching this video. Second of all, you're on YouTube. Go check out all the clips. An Alice Cooper show is something you got to see to believe, and he has not changed that through the years. It was an amazing show as far as the theatrics, production, over the top, all of that. It was incredible. And he ended the show with School's Out, the Alice Cooper anthem of teen angst, and that really shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. It was a great way to end the show, even though I'm usually not a big fan of the big hits, so to speak, from artists. This one is a great way to end this show with, you know, balloons going everywhere and confetti and all kinds of stuff, and it really just kind of summed up the party atmosphere in one song. It was a great way to end a great night. So yeah, I know it sounds like I've said nothing but positives about this show, but this show was amazing. There was nothing but positives there in the experience, the performance, everything. So if Alice rolls through your town, which he's always touring a whole lot, check him out. Check him out. I'm seeing him in my own town here just about a week after I saw him in Alabama. Yes, it was worth taking the trip to see the man, the legend, see him twice. Seeing him twice in a matter of 2 weeks here is going to be amazing. It's my third time, well, this was my second time seeing him this year. The show I see here in about a week will be my third time, but early in the year I got to see him at a secret show in a very small, tiny venue, so that was amazing. But check out Alice. It's not hard to see him because he tours so much, and you don't want to miss out because he's getting old, he's not going to be here for forever, and you don't want him to be one of those artists where you go, man, I wish I could have seen him, because you have the opportunity. This show was amazing, and that's really all there is to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Definitely leave me some comments below what you thought of the Alice Cooper show, maybe you saw recently, or maybe one from years in the past, or one you're excited about seeing in the future. And definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the little alarm so you actually get the updates, and maybe like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, all that stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.